getting ready for Shavuos, especially it's 1 week till Shavuos. A little Eitzah Tova, if you want to take it. The best way how to get ready for Shavuos, I think, is take a Chumash and learn the Parsha of Aseres HaDibros in Parshas Yisroi and in Parshas Veschanan. Learn a Pasuk a day, learn 2 Psukim a day. Leave that impression on you. Now, we say 3 brachas in Birchas HaTorah. 1, what's the first one? La'asek al divrei Torah. 1 is al divrei Torah, or last divrei Torah, whatever you know is. That's number 1. Number 2, v'harav nasham lakeinu es divrei soros chavifinu v'fisamcham, so on. And number 3 is Asher Bochabon. Says the great Tur in Shulchan Aruch. What is the idea of the 3 brachas? Why 3? Do you make a bracha on tzitzis 3 brachas? Make 1 bracha and finished. Right? The answer, says the Torah, as follows. The first bracha is what? Is on the mitzvah. There's a mitzvah, Limud HaTorah. So make a bracha on the mitzvah. Fine. Next part of the bracha, v'harevno. What is that all about? What is that? As follows. There was once a mashgiach in a yeshiva, and he sees the boy is walking back and forth, drinking a coffee. He's not really learning. So he goes over to him and he says, "What are you walking back and forth? Your chavrus is waiting." And this fellow says, "My chavrus is waiting. He didn't come today yet." He says, "Your chavrus is waiting. Hashem is barach. Kol Talmud Chacham sheshoine." Any Talmud Chacham that sits and learns, Shechina shoine knegdoi. The Shechina is learning with him. Why is it learning with him? Because a person can really not reach dargis in learning Torah. He can't. Hashem Yisbarach is teaching to him. He didn't have it. He didn't. It's not on his smartphone. Baruch Hashem. But Hashem is learning and opening his mind. That's the second bracha. Hamelame Torah la'ama Yisrael. You're not sitting yourself. What are you doing? When you daven, what do? You talk to Hashem. You pray to Hashem. And when you're learning? You're having a conversation with Hashem. And the third bracha is what? Is Asher Bochabonu. What's the Bochabonu all about? The Bochabonu is the mitzvah that we have in Parshas Veschanan. What's the mitzvah? One of the sheish mitzvahs is what? The sheish schiris is what? Remember Maimed Har Sinai. Remember Maimed Har Sinai. Remember the Torah. Remember the everything else. No, the Torah goes into 10 psukim on this. 10 psukim. On what? Remembering the scene. Why remembering the scene? Because Hashem Boyre Kol Ha'olamim ascended from the 7th heaven, which is, we can't even say trillions and trillions and trillions, that's what I have to say. And he came down with what? With malachim, srofim, v'chayis HaKodesh, like the pasuk says. What does the pasuk say? Hashoma am koil Elokim medaber mitoich ha'eish. Was there a nation that ever heard God speak? Mitoich ha'eish. And he continues on like that. He continues on. Vayidaber Hashem aleichem mitoich ha'eish. Koil dvorim atem shoymim. You were hearing God's voice, Hashem's voice. Usmunchein chamroyim. And then the pasuk says, it doesn't say that on matzah. It doesn't say that on tefillin. It doesn't say that on anything. V'nishmartem ma'oid l'nafshoy seichem. Be very, very careful. Ki lo yirisem kol tmuna. And the pasuk says, and you should not forget. You should not forget the Maimed Har Sinai. Why? Because you were directly in contact with Hashem Yisbarach. It wasn't something from the heavens. Hashem Yisbarach descended on earth. And that is what we have to remember every day. When Hashem descended on earth, then He was going to give us the Torah, and He gave us the Torah b'toicha eish, and that's what we say Hashem b'chabonu. He chose us at Maimer Sinai and gave us the Torah. Rabbi Isai, this repeats itself every year, like the Derech Hashem says. We have to live it. Take out a Chumash to Shabbos. Besides what you have to learn regular Chumash b'Habakkuk Isai. Learn a little bit V'eschanan, learn a little bit Yisroi. I just add one more thing. V'asafta de ganecha, which means making parnasa, is a heter. Really, you have to learn Megisa b'yayim v'layla. But Hashem said, well, you got to live. You got to live. V'asafta de ganecha. Rabbi Isai, go ask your local rabbi. Is there a heter on Shabbos? There's no V'asafta de ganecha on Shabbos. So on Shabbos, it says, V'gisa b'yayim v'layla. How about the besmedrash here, there? How about everybody filling it up? How about everybody filling it up for an extra hour and a half? How about it? How about it? A week before Shavuos, how about it? No heter of V'asafta. Come, join. Guess what? There's a lot of food here, Shabbos. If you get hungry, there's no such thing. Now, B'nai Yosef, have a good Shabbos.